So I think for people that are really out there trying to seek enlightenment, I think, I think recognizing that concepts are not the place to find it. And the irony is that enlightenment itself is a concept. And that it doesn't really exist. There's not some place, like enlightenment, everyone thinks, like, man, if I can get to India, I can meet a real guru, or I can start doing yoga, and I can start doing these insane breathing techniques, and look what I can do. I can sit full lotus and sit quietly for 3 hours. I haven't talked in 15 years. You know, people take on these really incredible challenges as a way to reach enlightenment. But there's nowhere to go.
Okay, dude, you ready?
I know words, I have the best words.
Concepts are a distraction, I think, ultimately. For people that are really trying to go off the deep end in spirituality, I think getting lost in concepts will ultimately pull you away from the place you're trying to achieve. Like when I think of yoga and I think of Eastern meditation, you know, where these ideas originate from what I can gather, it seems to be that the point is to transcend thought, is to get to a place beyond the ego, is to recognize that you can exist beyond these things, and that there is a space within you, a quiet space. You know, we hear these people talk about the quiet space all the time. Getting out of your mind and into your heart. There is this quiet space in which you exist beyond thoughts, beyond concepts, beyond language, beyond all these things that bring us down into time and that bring us down into identifying with being an individual. Because when it comes to identifying with an individual, a whole, you know, list of good and bad come with that, and being an individual is a subjective experience. What I find good and bad might not be good and bad to a spider or to a platypus or something. So I think for people that are really out there trying to seek enlightenment, I think I think recognizing that concepts are not the place to find it. And the irony is that enlightenment itself is a concept. And that it doesn't really exist. There's not some place, like enlightenment, everyone thinks, like, man, if I can get to India, I can meet a real guru, or I can start doing yoga, and I can start doing these insane breathing techniques, and look what I can do. I can sit full lotus and sit quietly for 3 hours. I haven't talked in 15 years. You know, people take on these really incredible challenges as a way to reach enlightenment. But there's nowhere to go. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go find enlightenment on top of a mountaintop somewhere? There's a quote, I forget who said it. Maybe I heard it from Alan Watts. He said, "The only Zen you're going to find on a mountaintop is the Zen you brought with you." So the real enlightenment is the whole journey to enlightenment. Does that make sense? It's like once you get there, you realize that you've always been there. That's kind of what I feel like enlightenment is that it's realizing that we are already whole. Like, what are we searching for? The whole idea that we have to seek something is what brings us out of being whole. It's a concept, it's a distraction, it's a thought. It's getting lost in the loop of thought of, maybe if I lift this rock, or maybe if I look over here, if I meet this person, or if I read this book or learn this meditation, then finally I will levitate. But it's like, the truth is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And it's that you're already on the mountaintop. You can be in your bed, and it's just as valid as a temple in rural Asia. There is spiritual progress, no doubt. Like you can progress to become a more compassionate person, through taking on spiritual practices and doing all these crazy meditations, it can really put you in a place to recognize your divinity. But your divinity isn't something that needs to be bought or needs to be chased or grabbed. Like it's within you always. The spark that shines you into the universe is not somewhere else. It's here and now. That's what Ram Dass said. Ram Dass said, be here now. Be here now. It's all here. But that's hard for us to do. It's the hardest thing for us to do, is to be present. Because our brains just don't work like that. You know, we're on like a conveyor belt, or like, you know, on just some kind of loop. And the funny thing is, the paradox is that it's so hard to grab a hold of that you almost have to go through all those motions just to see it. It's almost like a shedding. Like all these motions, all this moving through time, doing things, climbing the mountain, is like a shedding process in a way. We're all looking for something, but the thing that we're looking for is what's looking. I don't know. It's all weird. It's all weird. It's all mysterious. It's the mystery is valid no matter which position you're looking at it from. So you are the mystery. In Sanskrit, they have a saying called Tat Tvamasi. Tat Tvamasi. It means you're it. You're it, my guy, in case you didn't realize it. We don't realize it because we're too busy thinking it is somewhere. It is in another person, in a place. But even when we see another person or a place that brings these kind of things out of us, it's in us already. It's in us already. We're just giving our power up to a symbol. And that's what that's what a lot of dark magicians are doing. You know, the people in marketing and the high government, these corporations, are doing some dark symbolic witchcraft that's taking our power away. But that's a different video. What I'm trying to say is that, think about it this way. You're at the movie theater. You're watching the most inspiring movie you've ever seen. It's taking you through the spectrum of emotions, and you leave the movie theater feeling absolutely inspired and ready to change your life. Nothing happened, aside from you watching lights flash on a screen. That inspiration is inside of you always. It's just that the way that we work is that we need these kind of symbols to trigger it out of us. We need some inspiration, but the inspiration can be dug out of ourselves, through our own selves, through our own creativity, through our own imagination, and through our own life. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful when you start realizing these things, and it's beautiful to get lost in this endless pursuit of chasing enlightenment. It's all perfect, you know, and I'm not trying to, like, who am I to talk about enlightenment? I don't know shit, but, you know, this is what I'm thinking about right now, so I wanted to talk about it. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is happiness the car or the destination? Or is it both? What are we doing on Earth? Who are we? What are we? What is the point of talking about this? I don't know. But anyways, my name is Dakota, and this is my YouTube channel. Oh my god, my stomach. Oh, I got a banana waiting for me somewhere. So I'm going to go try to find that. Click subscribe. And yeah, head over to stayhappystayweird.com to support this channel. Okay. Oh, did you hear it? Did you hear my stomach? That's my alarm clock. So I gotta go.